The itsy bitty tiny continuation. Something pulling on a force to sustain its life. Something wrestling with an ability to hold on to life. The strength of it from its source. If we think about Rootcism, could we think about the seeds of the roots that became the schism? Are you all looking for a beautiful flower to have blossom out from this root? Are you looking for the largest tree on the planet Earth, and this being only a tiny source from its beginning? Are you looking for an example of humanity in the links of change, trying to come together? And as each link was forged, it made the change become longer, hoping that it would become stronger. Are you looking at the hooks and the difference in the sizes and the shapes of the hooks? Are you wondering about the hookanism of something? If this hook got a hold of me and hooked onto me, this hook is big enough for both hands to fit in it, and it could raise me up as an individual without any problem, without any stress on the change. Stress on the change, the changing of a period, the changing of growth, growing from small seed to large and thickness of the root. Having to be moved, if one would say, this piece right here actually carries me through so many different dimensions of celebrating the act of humankind and our ability to do good in the midst of each other, and why that ability is kind of orchestrated through activities, and how these activities and habits have been passed on. Just as this root, look at this root. This same source of energy is spread throughout this root for its growth. And what is that? Mother Earth. The change is actually forged and molded and gathered as iron ore from some area and then pressed into a condition of being the change. One would say, and again, I'm so appreciative to be living in a historical period where the Rootcism has caused something to happen in the midst of changing our situation as humankind, and how we've gotten together, and because of linking and pulling and straining and working and stretching and continuing to grow, we become an America like we are. But from that, if we were talking about the darkness, if we were talking about, if you ask me about pigmentation, what do I think about the rust factor and the deterioration and the breaking, and even that right there that looked like it's been just torn and broken. And then to see that right there, it looked like it's just been cut at and cut at and cut at until it finally was cut away from its existing purpose. Like somebody was strong enough to tear these roots apart or take this and just wring it on off of there. But to see that these roots have grown through the change, grown through the change, growing through the action of the change that is coming to allow us to be a better people. This is a beautiful song of a piece of art. It's congratulating, it's saying, it's history, it's Africa giving way to many parts of the root. It's the migrators, it's peoples moving from one part of earth to the other. It's almost a geographic map. It's like, come take a journey with me to the ending of my change, or to the new beginning of my change that I waited on to come. I'm Lonnie Holley, here on one knee, not proposing to this change in this route, but hopefully trying to make some sense of our proposals as we journey together to continue the Rootcism through our offsprings for generations yet to come. I'm Lonnie Holley, an artist here in America.